Hello, everybody. Today is a very exciting day for me because I have with us a person who says he's a creative professional. Let us see what he creates and what is professional about it. He'll tell us. We have with us Balraj Kapini. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Balraj.
Thank you, Subodh. Uh, Hi, I'm Balraj, and I'm going to be speaking at some length about myself as a person, and to some extent, after that, I will give a bit of introduction about myself, and then I will move on to two sets of categories, which I thought some structure to kind of talking and things like that, which is that one, I will make it as a set of learned skills or learned skills and hobbies, interests. And another one is a probably what I would call as life skills or soft skills. So first, I will give an introduction about myself. I am Balraj Kapini, and in the past 5 decades or so, I have grown up uh, in India as a person who has seen a lot of change, and every change has sort of had an impact on me. One is at a scale which naturally happened because I studied visual arts, and I always wanted to be a cartoonist, uh, more so an editorial or a political cartoonist. And I picked up the skills of cartooning along the way by reading newspapers, magazines. I got a sort of a base in how things work in Indian politics or Indian current affairs and things like that. And I grew up on a staple of editorial cartoons from the mostly the Hindi English dailies, and I come from the south, so some of the south newspapers is what I always gauged upon, uh, and I would also follow cartoonists who sort of would inspire me and things like that. It's a little strange that even at a small age, as a school going kid, I would look for the newspaper front page. Those days we used to have a pocket cartoon on the front page, so I would look for a cartoon, and I would say, wow, I mean, this is also awesome and things like that. But now it has disappeared from altogether from newspaper. Yeah, some do carry, but it's kind of tucked away somewhere in the middle pages, or in many cases it has vanished altogether. But internet was the second blooming of probably cartooning, and there were news portals which also gave me. I mean, I did publish cartoons in few newspapers or magazines and things like that. But later also got a chance to publish on platforms. But now social media is welcoming in the sense that, I mean, it in a way democratized one's reach. Yeah, we have problems with how things work in terms of what is allowed, what is not allowed, and things like that. That's a different discussion. So, cartooning is what I always wanted to do, but along the way, purely for sake of uh, professional and livelihood, I kind of figured that half of cartooning is visual, half of another half of cartooning is ideas and writing. So I figured that I could also hone my skills in writing, and that gave me an opportunity to go into advertising and marketing. So right now I'm a copywriter who draws cartoons and things like that. Uh, So, which means that I put visuals and words together and kind of come up with something interesting. And so this is primarily what I'm always obsessed with, cartooning. And I do on a regular basis, though I'm not professionally employed by anyone for cartooning, but I'm employed for my writing skills. Uh, so I've had experience working with ad agencies, branding companies, and digital marketing companies and things like that. So right now I spend as a consultant, I spend part-time with a branding agency, small branding agency. Rest of the time I have for myself, wherein I keep myself busy drawing cartoons and then also exploring other avenues or my interests, which include psychology, neuroscience, philosophy, spirituality, music, theater, sculpture, a bit of astronomy. Uh, so, and I kind of enjoy walking in green spaces. So I do that regularly. It helps me keep fit, and also is a way of generating new ideas. So either reading or listening to podcasts are some of the things that keeps my brain active. And I'm more of a curious person who spends time learning, honing, and sort of keeping my brain cells active so that I don't lose my critical thinking skills, which I think is a dying commodity, if you ask me. I mean, with mobile phones and so much of attention grabbing content that is put out, people are losing sort of their balance of what is important, what is not important. People fall into a trap of, okay, this is everyone is following this. That must be the truth, or that must be the holy grail kind of a thing. I'd rather say that we should stop to think and measure how we act, react, or respond, and things like that. So, the if I have to look at my daily life, everyday activities, I get up, go for a walk, then I spend some time looking through news and what is happening around. So I pick out two, three topics and toy around what works best and things like that. Then I uh, draw a cartoon and put it out, and then finish my regular duties that I have to do. And then as much as possible, my workplace is close by, so as much as possible, if I can walk it, I'll walk it and finish it and come back. And again, I would like to spend time listening to podcasts or writing things which interest me and things like that. So on a daily basis, this is what happens. So I have few other interests, which is philosophy, spirituality, music, and things like that. I have uh, what psychologists call flow experiences, wherein when you are absorbed in an activity, uh, you lose a sense of time and space. This happens when I'm listening to music. It can happen in live music performances, or it can happen when I'm writing, or when I'm drawing cartoons.
Okay.
So these are um, experiences which sort of are expansive and give you small glimpses of what they call uh, peak performance kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You are flowing in the moment, and you're at your best. Uh, so, and it's also probably beneficial for one's mental health and things like that. Uh, and so I will come to the second bit of my skills, life skills and soft skills. Uh, I would call myself a creative person. So creativity is something that I always uh, claim to have. In the sense, I mean, if I have to sort of define what creativity is, it's connecting two disparate ideas or thoughts or concepts and binding them together to make something novel. And that is possible only when you have an open mind, and you are open to new ideas. You're open to you have an open attitude towards different cultures. You are sort of imbibing things and absorbing things like a sponge, and then sort of sorting it and sifting it and seeing what works, what can go together. And probably this is how I think most creative professionals work. Though they might have a different routine or some sort of structure and things like that. But there's no set formula for what is creative and things like that. You sort of see a pattern in how creative people work. And mostly people uh, categorize someone as creative based on the results or the outcomes or the outputs they put out. But I always believe that if you are someone who always tries, keeps on trying, and I mean, there's a saying that the more ideas you have, the better your creativity and output is. I mean, if you take an example of Thomas Alva Edison,
Yeah.
he had so many ideas, and it's like he said, I have found thousand ways of not something working, which means he's tried thousand and he stumbled upon something novel on the thousand first, and that became historic. And with most creative professionals, that's how it is. In the sense, if you take a majority of their work, most of it is either bad ideas or junk, but a small minuscule percentage of work is what becomes uh, gives them all the credit, or their best efforts come out.
Yeah.
And in some sense, that is what is genius. I mean, nobody. I mean, Einstein says that I'm not a born genius, but I'm passionately curious. You are trying all the time, and if you have a mind which is childlike, which I mean, children are so curious. I mean, they try something. If it doesn't work, okay, they forget it and they go on with the next one. There's no moment to be lost in being absorbed or being or trying new things. So I would say curiosity and learning are part of this, wherein uh, you are an interested person. You can be an interesting person as long as you are an interested person. You are interested in something, and that gives you that makes you an interesting person, I guess. So, as I'm a cartoonist, I would call myself a humorist, in the sense, as much as I have a bit of talent in writing, in drawing, I have also a bit of talent in writing, which, if not a cartoon, you can write a one-liner and make it funny or interesting and things like that. So, in my experience, I have with what I do, I try to push myself a little bit every single time. It could be taking small risks. I mean, in the life that we live today, there are certain things which are common to all of us Indians, which is experiences can be fear-inducing. Experiences can be divisive, or the atmosphere uh, can be overwhelming sometimes. So what I feel is that I have to take one step at a time when I feel something is fearful, not to rush foolishly, but to take one step closer with fear, not without fear. With fear, you take a step closer to what you want to say, what you want to do. And every step that you take uh, on a daily basis, you would have come a long distance if you look back and take a bird's eye view. So, and this is how even our the people who are in power, they try the same fashion in the opposite direction. In the sense, they will force you to be a certain way by small cumulative changes. So you can adapt the same methodology, but by pushing in the direction of courage and bit of risk taking and losing bit of fear. So, and I think that also comes with experimentation and a bit of mental flexibility, keeping an open mind, adaptability, and life as such has been. I've seen bit of challenges, which I think I'm thankful in the sense that that makes you stronger. And I guess I am I'm more of a forgiving person rather than holding something so strongly that because I could be wrong, and what I say or I don't say, I would like to hold it lightly rather than
Ah,
with a staunch, assertive or fierce way and things like that. So I am as a person comes across as a light-hearted person, and I don't have a sort of, oh, this is my way of doing things and things like that. But I guess uh, there is a method to my madness, and I guess uh, if I'm a learner, I'd like to take on board what has been done before and what we can achieve in the coming future. So I'm more of a what would I say? I would flow, but not so much that I would flow into the future rather than into the past, and I wouldn't like to be a grain moving in the opposite direction. But as they say, I mean, only the dead fish flow in the direction of the river. But all I would say is that I'm flexible and adaptable, and I have an open mind to what is possible and things like that. Uh, yeah, this is as much as I wanted to sort of talk from my end. Uh, if you think I could add something, or you would like to sort of further it in some direction, I'm open to that.
okay, well, first, I'm very glad you are here.
Sorry?
I'm very happy that you are here and talking
Thank you.
about
Thank you.
these things, right?
I'm
Because
happy that you gave me this.
no, because most people don't say they are creative. Most people are talking about, oh, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. But they don't prize creativity in it. They actually say, I increased it by X% or I reduced it by Y%. But that's not the point of a creative person. The point of a creative person, as you rightly said, and I agree with it, is to take two different things and create something novel. That
Yeah.
is creativity, and we need that in India. Okay. I recently wrote an op-ed, which I hope will get published, that there's too much copycat innovation in India.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know,
There's
like
total dearth of creativity.
there's no creativity. You are just shouting, "Oh, I have created an Indian version of something that was created 15 years ago." I said, guys, are you out of your mind? What is
Yeah.
Indian about that software? It is used, created elsewhere, used, I'm not taking names, used worldwide, and now you have made a made in India version. I said, wow, this is creative. What the heck?
Yeah, yeah.
What the
I
heck?
mean, yeah.
And I called it original innovation, but I'm also a serious guy, and I have an op-ed which says that it's financial sector lack of financial sector innovation that is holding back original creative product innovation. Okay. Because anyway, I'm not going into that argument, no discussion, but the point is that the people who are creative then are now in advertising, copywriting, branding. Those people are creative. But this creativity should move to other sectors also. And
True,
that is
absolutely.
that is where we are lacking. That, advertising, if you look back, I mean, at all the praises for Mr. Piyush Pandey, who is, by the way, from my hometown,
Oh, okay. Wow.
from
That is
Jaipur.
which.
From
Okay,
Jaipur.
okay, okay.
He's from
Okay,
Jaipur. He's
okay.
also studied at St. Stephen's and studied at the same high school as I did. But in
Huh.
the end, people say he was creative, right? But creativity,
It's a lot more broader.
yeah, but still it was coming. I mean, what people write about these days is that, okay, he had this slogan, right? And it's a great slogan. I like
Yeah.
it and all that. So all that is all true. But when I talk to people who are on the product side, I mean, there are
Huh.
some people who are creative, but they're young and they don't get a chance to
True.
turn their product idea, into action. Because why? By the time they are done through the whole chain of angel investor, venture investor, the product is not creative anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as much as creative ideas are coming from younger generation, it also needs the elder generation which can recognize the talent. I mean, it's like positive and negative two poles which have to come together to attract something and make something novel. I don't think we have the right, I don't know, leaders or who sort of have that mentality of nurturing originality or creativity or innovation and things like that. It's always a me too, and people are after taking credit in the sense, if an idea
Hmm.
is there and without attaching it to who created it, who came up with it, the idea should stand on its own of being something novel or useful and things like that. There's always attachment to, oh, they did it, that's why it is so. Uh, once you separate that, I think you know if the merit or demerit of an idea. We have this my bop culture wherein everyone, it's a hierarchy and all the red tapeism, everything kind of buries the
Okay.
originality of and creativity of the population,
Yeah.
and they very easily lose track and become disillusioned with the system. If there's a good idea, it doesn't even take off. Someone will
So,
come and say,
so
"ये क्या है?" and
Also,
they will.
my advice to young people whom I think are good these days, as I said, this with pets, I've done 900, 700 with young people. I say, guys, if somebody tells you that being creative is thinking outside the box, no. Being creative means creating a new box where no box exists.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Who India needs you to create new boxes suitable for India.
yeah,
Not,
exactly.
don't say it is I'm thinking out of the box. Thinking
Yeah,
out of
it's not
the
an
box.
idea. I mean, in the sense, yeah,
Yes,
it has to be a new way of thinking.
correct. So you don't be tied to the old box in any way. You look
Yeah,
for the situations where there is no box and then you create one.
yeah,
That is creativity. And if you have got it right, it will work and be adopted. Think about it.
correct, correct.
So
It has
anyway,
to be so strong.
yeah,
Also, it also depends on attitude. In the sense, I mean, someone who might have a good idea, but if he doesn't have the attitude and the perseverance to make it happen, then it will die its own death under all these pressures, I think.
okay, let me, I usually don't like to talk about myself and what we do, but this is a good time because you're a creative person and I would like your help in what we are doing. My older brother Ashok, who lives in Pune, he's,
Huh,
he got an MBA in finance because those days we had no choice. You just took something. But at
huh.
heart, he was a techie. So in his
Okay,
retirement, he became a techie.
okay, okay.
Okay. And today, I mean, he has filed a printer patent for 3D printing in the US
Oh,
and
oh,
sitting in his apartment in Pune. He has no 3D
wow, that's
printer there.
awesome.
He has no 3D printer. But anyway, more important, and this is what I want to tell the people, is that he decided, he didn't decide. There was a
Hmm.
Dutch guy
Huh,
who said, guys, you got all your growing techniques wrong. Okay. You have to water the roots, not the ground. You're all watering the ground. That's why you're
huh,
wasting water. Right. And he said, okay, I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to create a device which is called water box, BOXX, and I will put this device in the desert, right? And I'll not put any water, right? And my plant will grow. So how? Because there is dew in the desert every morning. It's a water box is like a funnel.
funnel.
Some
Okay,
dew
okay.
will concentrate and it will go
Huh,
down into the funnel. And that's where the plant I put with the roots, and it will get enough water in the roots and it will grow. You guys are all wrong. You water the ground, whether it is flood irrigation, drip irrigation, nature irrigation. You are
precision
watering,
engineering is.
you are watering the ground. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The water box works, which costs 2000 rupees per sample. So Ashok said, look, I'm going to disrupt this. I'm going to create, the idea is right. You have to water the roots, not the
Correct.
plant, not the ground, water the root. So he sat down and he thought and he thought and he thought. And as it turned out, my father was, whatever was his accomplishments, he was a hands on gardener.
Huh.
Right? He died after when he was transplanting a rose plant at age 94. Okay. So
Wow.
I was hands-on gardener and we grew up like that. Okay. We knew gardening. We knew how to grow things. So he
Huh.
said, look, I'm going to do that. So he came up in 2019 with a way to grow fruit trees, conventional Indian fruit trees, even in poor quality topsoil, with half of the water of drip irrigation.
Wow.
And now it is scientifically tested by BIF, which is India's one of largest scientific agricultural institutions, and we are in large scale implementation. Okay,
That's awesome.
there's a fellow in Pune who's planting right now 8,000 saplings of fruit trees by Ashok's method. Cost is 125 rupees per sapling, all inclusive.
Wow.
And the returns on it, um, in the first year that you get the fruit, is 600 rupees, going on to 1,000 rupees per sapling, because you're planting things that are in demand like mangoes, guavas, and such things.
Wow.
Right?
That's
So
8 to 9 times
no, you
per
it's 20 years. You'll have it for 20 years.
uh-huh.
You will
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to, if you plant the suitable variety of mangoes, you get 2 lakhs.
Awesome. Yeah,
So
yeah.
we are okay. So, both, and in 20, we launched our non-profit organization, though, both he and I are focused on results, not so much on organization. So it's called Ecotech Innovators Lift Up. Lift Up is
Okay.
the aim, innovation is our method. So creativity from the very start. And
Huh.
the operationalization is through technology with economy and ecology in mind. So this is a long title. We don't call
Huh.
ourselves an NGO, we call it non-profit institution.
Huh.
Organization, it's a Section 8 company in India. There's a flip side to this, separate side, which is my creativity. I'm known to be a creative person, not like you, not every day. I do creative projects
Huh.
with long run implications. So the idea was that in India, we are focused entirely on two things: developing our villages where we don't succeed, and supporting our large cities where life is becoming hell.
Correct. Yeah. It has to
So
be the
we
other way as much as possible.
we keep putting, I read Gurgaon, I reach home at 3 a.m. Okay, fine. Bangalore, I can't get home. So this is,
Yeah.
no garbage is picked up. So our cities are becoming harsh and unlivable. Yes, we have home delivery, right? And we
Yeah.
have
But there's
that.
a wrong sets of things. I mean, creature
No,
comfort.
we have home delivery because we have young guys getting a dead end job because they have no other option.
Yeah.
Working
True.
12 hours a day to make a living, right? They have no other, and there's no growth in this. What will they become? Senior delivery guy? What is the growth? So we are
Yeah. True.
actually so calmly saying, oh, I can get everything sitting at home. But the poor fellow is struggling.
Yeah, not you are
Right?
not only it's a sort of a demeaning activity for those delivery guys. Also for us, I mean, we have become almost like couch potatoes, right? I mean, getting everything at home, not stepping out. I mean, of
No.
course, I mean, things are not really that pleasant as well
That's why I'm
outside.
saying. So anyway, so what I said 5 years ago, 3.5 years ago, is let's develop our small towns.
Yeah,
And we are not going to go into policy. We are going to create, we're going to go into each small towns. I defined that to mean 1 lakh population in 2011 census in 3 states: Rajasthan, West Bengal, Odisha. They are India's B states, not India's A states. And we are going to create a hyper local solution, meaning if I go to a town, I study it, I look at its constraints, I look at its opportunities, and I create a plan to increase incomes and create jobs right there. Hyper local.
huh.
And how will I do it? I'm networked. So the local team doesn't have to have any expertise. Like
Yeah,
one fellow says, sir, I know I was there. The two women are making chappals. They don't know anything about marketing. I said, good. When I come across two such women, I have marketing experts who will tell them how to do it. So we have a network of supporters. So we will, I mean, the trees, the planting is in operation. The small town, we are studying 3 towns in Rajasthan, West Bengal, and Odisha. We will have, uh, there's a town called Jhargram in West Bengal. I have a IIT Kharagpur economic student, and I have a student who has got a master's in economics from UK. They are going to go there on a quiet visit, just hang around. One of them is actually already going there for an NGO to give me a preliminary reconnaissance of the opportunities and the constraints. We will have 2 such visits, and then my brother Ashok will go on a formal visit next year. and we will have implementation. And of course, I'd love to get your support on this because I have many supporters, you know. So as I have network, I have lieutenant generals, major generals, all sorts of
No,
people.
it will be a learning experience for me as well. In the
No,
sense,
no,
I mean,
we need a
I'd be glad to.
branding guy. We need to
Yeah,
brand.
sure. Yeah, I mean, I will
Because
bring my expertise. I will also enjoy
so
connecting with
yeah,
people
it will
and
be
learning.
it's completely novel. You know, there's no network non-profit organization in India. We are open source.
Yeah, yeah,
We will
yeah.
look,
Makes
we
sense.
will say, guys, you want to do it in Uttarakhand? Take it, run with it in Uttarakhand. If you want to go to
Yeah,
Jharkhand, go with it. So we want to
yeah.
have a multiplier effect and want to actually say that in the future, like what we have now, okay, there's a guy in Bihar in a village. He
Huh.
finds out that he can get a job in Bangalore. So he goes there. He gets a job. Now, do you think those parents of his can ever come to Bangalore by bus and train?
Impractical, yeah.
Impractical. So he's been separated from his family.
From
His
his
mother
roots.
says, "Oh, your father is having heart trouble." What can he do? We are separating the family because this fellow is
Correct.
working 12 hours a day as delivery boy in Bangalore. He can't leave.
Yeah.
And
If you
he'll take
make,
It'll take two and a
yeah,
half days to get to that bloody village.
exactly. Yeah.
Now I'm saying I want to give him a job 200 kilometers from home.
Make it self-sustaining. I mean,
That is
those,
a bus, no, that's a bus trip to his village of 4 hours.
correct. Yeah.
In India today, 200 kilometers, you can go in a 5 hour bus trip, take the 6 a.m. bus, get to your home. So this
Exactly. Yeah.
is what my creativity on the ground is to actually, we hope to be, I'm a theory guy, okay? Theory is done. Now the
Huh.
practical people have to do the work. They have to go into all the 10, 12 towns in West Bengal, the 10, 12 towns in Odisha, and the 10 or 12 towns in Rajasthan. And after that, we work our way down from what was 1 lakh in 2011 census. We keep that 2011 data because that's the only official data, and then
Huh.
go down to towns of 75,000 and then go down to towns of 50,000, where we have already invested so much in terms of colleges, lousy, in terms of hospitals, lousy, but there's nothing in the villages. And we have Wi-Fi 25 Mbps, we have a rail connection or a good bus connection. So I'm saying we have invested and we are not taking advantage of this. Train some of those so train some of those young students who are motivated and hardworking in AI, ML, Bitcoin, crypto, whatever it is, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I have experts with me who say, sir, they are available online for free. Those
Hmm.
courses. So we go out and tell the principal of the polytechnic or whatever it is that please let these motivated boys come in the night and do their courses on the Wi-Fi on campus because they don't have Wi-Fi high speed at home. Let them take it. And then once they get the skills certifications, we will have people in the big cities who will connect them to jobs.
Correct. Yeah. Makes sense.
So we are, so okay. So I also asked, okay, now one city we are going to is Jharkhand. Okay, it's a tribal city in West Bengal. Nobody's ever heard of it. Okay, but they have tribal cuisine.
Hmm.
I mean, they've developed over 1,000 years, whatever it is, they have
Correct. I mean, that knowledge is precious in
So
the
and they
sense.
have the right and they have the materials. Now, what we are
Yeah.
going to do is to say, send some women who know how to set up a self-help group, a collective, take that local knowledge, turn it into tribal cuisine, made
Yeah.
scientifically, made hygienically. That town is on the train from Howrah, Calcutta, Kolkata to Mumbai, right? So I can market it anywhere along those railway line,
Correct. Yeah.
right? And if I have, suppose the train stops for 2 minutes in a town in Maharashtra, right? If I have a fellow there who will say, yeah, I know how to market this tribal cuisine in my town. I say, good, you help me.
Yeah.
So we will,
Makes perfect sense.
so, and so why are we just eating only foreign food? Why can't we eat this local tribal cuisine? And in India,
Exactly.
every city has some unique food.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
is
we are.
how we are going. But I am not,
Yeah.
so I am out of the decision making. Send these young people, they will assess the situation. After all, their master's degrees from top colleges. What the heck?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't trust them, then whom can you? And by the way, I have got okay from several top army people
Huh.
that they can instantly select from me the Subedar Major, Havildar Major, etc. in those towns who will become our eyes and agents.
Sorry, what agents?
They will become our eyes and agents, checking whether there is any
Okay. Okay.
garbad
Okay.
going.
Huh.
Whether
Huh.
their
Huh.
only job is to check whether there is any garbad going on.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So
They
it's
are
like
my eyes and
security.
ears.
Huh.
I don't have a monitoring system. They are my
Yeah.
monitors. They are
Huh.
reliable, and I will
I
put a
mean, this is creativity, right? In a way, this is also creativity.
I will have a brigadier in Kolkata and
Huh.
Bhubaneswar. They will report to the brigadier, not to me, because they don't know how to talk to me.
Yeah.
But they will report to the brigadier. If they tell the brigadier something is going on and the brigadier says, I'm coming, then the town will be shaking when the brigadier arrives. What? They can't stand up to a brigadier, no? He's not going to
Correct.
come.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have set up a very creative system. And we will be in implementation. The planting is already in implementation, and it will be on all the poor quality soil of India. Because he's following the Dutch guy's method. Dutch guy's method was 2000 rupees, Ashok is at 150. But the idea is his. Water the root, guys. Don't, whether it is by drip irrigation or flood irrigation or rainfall, you are watering the ground and then some of it seeps down to the roots.
Huh.
But of
Yeah.
course, in rice and wheat, the roots are shallow. Okay, it works.
Okay.
But for
Okay.
fruit trees, the roots are down there.
Huh.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
it,
what
it
I'm saying, this is we are looking to get creative people on our side who think differently, right? And that's you.
yeah, I'm more than happy to join hands and kind of.
We are setting up a WhatsApp group of
Okay.
supporters. It
Huh.
is basically a one-way group. Only admins can write. Hope to have 500 to 600 members of all types.
Okay.
So they can just read what we do and they can give comments, ideas, suggestions, and help. So you can say, oh, Jharkhand, I don't know, but my Bengali friend, maybe his uncle lives there.
Huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are using the Indian network. We
Okay.
will use it. And I will sit here where I'm sitting. I have no intention of going to those places because I will only be a rude visitor.
I mean, there are some people who will benefit or will help in that situation. They will go, I guess. I mean, in the
Yeah,
sense.
well, they will
Yeah.
go. No, I have in for Bengal, I have a professor of computer science in Kolkata. He was born in a village.
Huh.
Okay, so he says, no, Subodh, I got my PhD, I have everything and all, but my heart is there. So we
Huh.
have picked the town Jargram, which is 1.5 hours from his village.
Huh.
So when he goes home, says, I will go to Jargram because after I have done Jargram, I will bring them to my district also.
Hmm.
So he doesn't know, he set up an NGO and it failed because he doesn't know how to run an NGO as a computer science guy. But computer science people are smart.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
of course they are. In the sense, I mean, irrespective of fields, people are smart. It's just that situations or the environment can bog you down sometimes.
No, but
Otherwise,
yeah, so and he can, he works for, he teaches in an engineering college called Techno India. So he says, okay,
okay.
I know computer science, but it's a problem in mechanical engineering. Fine, I will catch the professor there,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Yeah.
this is, and I'm hoping, that we will. be able to get you and other creative people to be with us. We are going to be there at least 25 years. Ecotech will be there at least 25 years, and hopefully in 2100 also, 75 years. So that's why I want young people who are 19 and 20 to start now, right? Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the plan that we will be, and we are not capital intensive. Idea, creativity, get more from what is there. Use what is local. Don't come with huge capital plans because they don't work. You throw
Yeah.
money at the problem, the money sticks there and nothing. It just gets diverted into corruption and malfeasance and such things. So
Exactly.
we are not looking
Be
for.
nimble.
No, I will find the money. Okay.
Huh.
There's no foreign money.
Hmm.
It has to be Indian money. Operations
Yeah.
have to be done by Indians. I'm just the thinker. I've thought enough. Now the practical people have to get it done. With money, I will find. So this is my job. Practical people don't have to think about money. They have to think this is what needs to be done in Raikada. Okay. We
Hmm.
don't have to think whether it needs to be done in Bhadrak. These are two towns in Odisha, one in the south, one in the north. No, you tell me what needs to be done in Raigada. Okay, fine. Then it says we need so much. Okay, fine. I'll find it because we are credible,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
And get rid of all these stupid things that the NGOs have, vision statements, mission statements. I said, forget it,
Yeah.
guys. Get the work done.
Yeah. Exactly. I
And
mean, you should
Ashok,
get moving.
I've been telling him for 6 months that where is our website? He says,
Hmm.
Subodh, I'm planting. What the heck? Website will come later.
I mean, entrepreneurship is not easy in the sense that one has to think from all directions and
No, he
uh,
says, look, once I have 3 or 4 places that have done 8,000, 10,000 plantings. We are making videos out of it and we can tell anybody you want to go there, go and see, don't waste my time, do it. Right? But
yeah,
to spend my time making a website, I mean, this is, we haven't even opened the bloody bank account of our NPO because find it a big headache to keep account, so we just spend our money.
huh,
You don't have to give any hisab to anybody, Otherwise, once you are an
correct.
organization, then you have to say this was spent here. It is both waste the time. Let's just do our work. Is it fine? Let's do it. So that's
Yeah,
where
I
we
mean,
are, and I'm out of time now. I have a
sure, sure.
thing with I'm also an academic at heart. So I'm
Okay,
writing a book on adaptation to climate change. I'm the lead author, and my
okay.
co-author is the leading German scientist.
Oh, great.
So I
Awesome.
have a meeting with her in 3 minutes. She's also very
Okay.
busy. She's every
Huh.
half of the meeting she cancels. I have to talk to this minister, that minister.
Okay.
But so that's where my creativity is these days. Not
Huh.
in this is done. I'm
Yeah.
done with the theory. Now, if the practical people want to deviate, do it.
Huh.
But don't forget, we are creating jobs, creating incomes. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Balraj. I was so happy
Thank
to
you.
meet a person who could understand craziness and creativity because
Thank you.
that is my life.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. I mean, these days talking openly is quite a rare thing in the sense. I mean, nobody listens and everyone just wants to thrust their own opinions or and it's a
Okay,
breath of fresh air.
let's carry on by WhatsApp or email, whichever you prefer. LinkedIn is useless to have a discussion, but we can carry on with the
Yeah,
WhatsApp or with the email,
I'm
whichever
okay
is.
with both. Either ways, whichever you suit yourself.
No, no, I am fine. I'll leave it to everybody on how to do. The group runs on WhatsApp.
Okay, sure.
So we'll do
Uh,
WhatsApp. I need from you your photograph
yeah,
and a summary of what you said. but actually I will get an AI summary.
Okay, okay,
I'll
okay.
send that to you, and you
Huh.
can edit that and make it into writing. It comes bullet points. You make it into text and send it
Okay,
back to me. Okay.
okay. I
So
will do
thank
that.
you, Balraj. I have 1 minute
Thank
for
you.
the person, so I need to end it here. I
Okay.
really am thrilled to have met you. Really,
Thank
really.
you. Same here.
All right. Okay.
Thank
Let's
you.
end it here. Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah, sure. Bye.